Your screen name and your character name is matching. It's Vicky.
Yeah,
So
Vicky.
I've been addressing you as Vignesh so far.
Yeah,
So
actually, friends actually call me Vicky. My name is Vignesh. So most of my friends, everyone address me as Vicky. No one calls me as Vignesh. Only quite a few people call me as Vignesh, but other than that, everyone called me like Vicky. So I'm actually pretty much happy that my screen name I was able to appear in screen with my actual name. It was initially named Raja. The character's name was mentioned as Raja, but while the shots were going on, they made a change and it came out as Vicky.
the best part is that it's a very short scene for that matter, but you have made it very memorable because I think no one would forget you. Whoever has watched the movie will never forget you with that from the beginning till the end of your scene. So I read from, yeah, thanks to Mukesh, I read about read a conversation you had with Mukesh for N3DB. So thanks to him, and because of which we got connected through that post basically. I read that you did a visual communication course. So I would like to know your background before entering into movies.
Just like another normal Viscom student, I just tried doing acting as well. So this is the part that actually opened up for me first. So right now I just did that, and I have my scripts working on. So maybe my directorial debut will be within a year or two. Maybe I'm more into writing and directing, so that's my key uh, subject when it comes to film. So acting, what I believe is that if you want to be a good director, you need to know a little bit of acting. So that's when you can get what you want from the person that's performing on the screen. So that's how acting came into my life. So that's how it works. So I believe in that. So for that, I just started to, whenever I write my scripts, right, I'm a very expressive person. In that way, it's easier for you to, develop the character even more. And in that way, by practice, all those emotions come inside, and maybe that groomed me as an actor as well. I don't know. That has a major part to do.
When did this start? From your school days, you were acting, or what was the inspiration for you to? Of course, many of the Tamil films, especially the way you are performing, it's very stylish.
Thank you. Actually, the thing is, yeah, I love films. I love watching films. I love right from my childhood. I watch a lot of films. So there a time came when I was around when I was doing my 10th and finishing my 10th. I had to decide which group do I choose. So that's when I took the decision. Nothing doing. I'm just getting into filmmaking. So I'll just work towards that. So I did my school. Then I straight away went and joined Viscom. Did Viscom in Satyabama University. Gained all the knowledge that I could gain. Then I started on to practical work. I have my own ad agency over here named Yellow Room. So I do advertisements and all those things. And in my me time, I write a lot of stories. I write a lot of scripts. I work on learning new things because I write my scripts are not a stereotype normal kind of scripts. Mine are very complicated and very complex kind of scripts. So for my script to be fulfilled, I have a lot of other things to learn as well. So I go and learn prosthetic makeup. I try everything, do whatever I can, so that when the film comes out, it will come out one day. So when it comes out that day, I can definitely it will be a bang on and it will shock everyone over there. So that's what I'm preparing myself for, and it's almost close now.
Whatever you're saying, you have performed already, and we could see that before you spoke all this. So your performance spoke already. Yeah, but then all those mannerisms, the way your appearance, and then you're doing something naughty with some action is there with the policeman there. So all these were in the script, or was it something you have put in from your own?
Sham sir and Arafath actually told me about the character. So the body language and everything that was just on spot. It just came on the spot. So I just went with the flow and I didn't, I just made sure that I follow whatever I did. So I didn't want to keep changing the mannerism. So I just stuck, I was just stuck onto one character, and I just wanted to go with the flow. And that actually, the major part goes to Sham sir and Arafatika, because the dialogues and the way they wanted me to deliver that, and the timing, and definitely Girish Kulkarni sir's performance, sitting there and being there with them, that's actually a once in a lifetime experience. So I just didn't want to miss that opportunity. I actually had more of fun. I just wanted to explore. I just wanted to see how they are and how they are reacting to a particular scene. So my performance was, I just wanted to give justice to that scene, because obviously Girish Kulkarni sir is over there. He's a legend. His performance is like out of this world, like, and the power that he has on screen. So I just wanted this character to be at least 30 to 40% of what Girish sir is actually performing. So that's how that was the mindset actually. That was a mindset, and the base of the character was like this: he's a thug. He doesn't fear anyone, and he doesn't care about anyone, and this is some Mumbai police coming to Tamil Nadu, and that is his state. So what can they come and do to him in the state? So this character definition is like that. So then I was like, okay, I just went with the flow and I just did something, and everything worked out. And right now everyone are actually liking that character. So I'm pretty much happy about that, and the way that actually came out.
And there is this humor also, which is worked out really well, showing Kannan's photo, and can you recall that performance?
That was planned by Sham sir. So those dialogues and everything were planned by Sham sir. So that is his thing, and that was just the timing that we both clicked. Actually, everything was set up in a perfect way. So there was no. You just had to go and do justice to whatever was written over there. So that is the only thing that was required. But other than that, all the credit goes to the dialogues and everything over there. And you could even see the making video of Thankam. If you see the making video, you can actually see the scene. This is our Kannan sir. You can actually, that particular portion will be on the making video, where you can see Sham sir sitting next to me, and Girish Kulkarni sir sitting opposite, and we'll be having a conversation, and I'll be like, okay, this is how you react to that scene, and that's how it came in. The main goal of the character was to mislead and not give any information to the police. So that's how it works. So the character was made in such a way that it should irritate Girish Kulkarni sir. So he'll be like trying to get things out of me, and I'll be like, sir, I'll do some mannerism to make him irritated. So he'll try to keep the school for a very long time. But when it comes to a point where he's not able to do much about it, that's when that scene comes, where he comes in, stamps on a feet, and there comes a scene like that. But yeah, that was actually a
Shooting, of course, we saw that presentation that mm, otherwise he's a national award winning writer and actor.
yeah.
How is it working with interacting with him? Did you have any learning interacting with him?
Obviously, the whole Thankam process was a very big learning for me. Actually, the sets were so different for me. It was a really different experience. because what I imagined while going in and what happened when I went in there was completely different. I was, as you said, everyone are the national award winners, and right before the movie shooting started, even all the members of the crew were getting Kerala State Awards, and Biju Menon sir got his national award, and Aparna Balamurali got it. Everyone were getting their own awards. So the team was like power packed with something great, and I was actually feeling more proud. Hey, come on, man! This is your first movie, and you're going to act with all national award winners, and that was the vibe actually. They're like my annas or they take care of you so good, so you don't feel like you're actually working. You feel like you're doing something happy with a bunch of happy people.
And there was a scene where everyone was clapping after the performance, and you also clapped, and then Girish just said, "No, the clap goes to you."
That was actually the scene where he actually stamps on my feet, right? He stamps on my feet. The thing is, I didn't realize the camera angle was changed. I thought it's still on the two-person point of view, so that we both are doing the scene. So it was actually focused on me. I actually realized that later. So what happened is the scene was going on, and after the scene was over, everyone on the sets actually started clapping hands. So I was like, okay, come on, let's all the clap hands together. It's like clapping hands together, and that's when Girish Kulkarni sir told me like, come on, man, that claps are for you, not for me. So you just receive that, be on the receiving end of that. So that was the scene.
A lot of proud moments, right?
The first time I'm acting, and the first time I'm getting this much of appreciation, it's something overwhelming. Actually, I never expected this much. So when I'm actually getting this much of love, what more can I want? I'm really happy.
You have also sung a song which we saw, for the Valentine's Day, I think, right?
Yeah, that was last year's Valentine's.
அடியழகா சிரிச்ச முகமே நான் நினைச்சா தோன்றும் இடமே அடியழகா சிரிச்ச முகமே நினைச்சா தோன்றும் இடமே நான் பிறந்த தினமே கிடைச்ச வரமே ஓ நான் பிழை நீ மழலை
Singer part, actually, I'm not a professional singer and that kind of song. I just sing songs. I like singing, like for my personal set of crowd. So that's how. And my friends are there in Alapi, so they have a studio called Audiomatrix Sound Studio. So whenever I visit Kerala, I go to the studio. We just jam together, and that's how the singing started. So that was last year when I came to Alapi. We had a same kind of a jamming session over there. So that's when an idea popped up in my mind. Okay, Valentine's Day is coming like in 2-3 weeks. Why not let's do a song? And that's how that song came in.
There would have been some areas where you were active, right? That is how you would have. I mean, Rajiv came to know about you. Arafath came to know about you. So, what are those areas like you were active during that time? And how come they found you?
That is a huge part, and that huge part is called friendship. So they actually know me. I know Rajiveta for 8 to 10 years, and I met Arafatika 8 years back also. So I used to travel often to Kerala. So I travel to Alapi a lot of times. So once when I came to Alapi, that's when I met Arafatika, and Rajiveta has been with me for a very long time, and we are actually friends. So that's how things started. And when there was an audition going on for Thankam, Rajiveta actually he suggested that why not you come and try, man? I think the character will work out for you. So you better come for the audition, man. So you come for the audition. We'll see if things work out. If things work out, then well and good, right? You can do that. So that's how I ended up in the audition. Everything was a friendly environment for me. So I already know the people over there. I was pretty confident. So that confidence actually was a very big boost for me to get that character, Vicky. So then we had a one-on-one conversation with one more assistant director. His name is Unni, and he's a Tamil guy. So we both had the audition conversation. In my audition room, Shyam Pushkaran sir was there, Arafath was there, and co-director Punisheta was also there. So all of them were observing the conversation between me and Unni, and they actually liked the way I started the conversation and the body language that I used. They actually liked it. And by the end of my audition, Sham sir was like, okay, fine, let's just fix with this guy, let him do it. So that's how things came out.
Talking about Sham, he has a very good clarity about everything in the film. What was the learning working with him?
Things were actually surprising for me. The way the sets actually run, the way they handle each and everything. Even if a scene doesn't go as they wanted, they're not at all stressed out. I don't. I literally don't know because even if I'm doing something small or something, if things are going on are not going the way I wanted, at one point I'll get a little bit tense. But I've never seen anyone in that set lose their cool, or I've never seen them in a cranky state or nothing like that. They're always cool. They're always cool. That's something, and I've actually followed Sham sir for a very long time. I like the way the way he works. I like the realistic characters that he builds for each story. That's something I look up to, because that's those kind of films are what I actually admire. I like realistic concepts more than unrealistic thing and making it look like a fantasy and stuff like that. Even let it be some fight sequence or anything, everything is going to be natural. Other than not like you punch a guy over there, he goes flying for 10 buildings and falling on the other end. It's not like that. So, and each character, he gives a depth for each character. Even let it be the smallest to the lead character, and that's something that's something great. Working out on each and every character that comes on screen and getting performances from each and every character from the scene. You have to be very clear when you're writing it. That made me feel like, okay, this is how you should be. But whenever you're in the future, in the near future, or whatever you're doing, I took this back home. So whatever you do, be calm, be composed, just stay focused. Things will happen. Just stay focused, things will happen. And that's one main thing over there, because when you don't push an artist, when you give them their space, that's when you get the best out of them. The Vicky character, right from the moment I started the intro shot where I walk till the time I finished my dialogue, no one actually came and stopped me, and no one actually came and told me like, okay, this is actually quite dominating, so I just want this one to come low, or this is too much, this is to come. Nothing. They just told me, you are that character, just go with the flow. And it doesn't mind, even if it looks like you're making fun of the other character. That's based on the character that is written, and that's not something personal. So just don't have that in mind. Just go with the flow. Things will work out in a way. And they were actually happy. So what they actually told me is, if the shot is okay, we'll tell you the shot is okay. If it's not okay, we'll just ask you for one more. We're not going to come and tell you anything. And that was just one condition for me. Do not come and look at the monitor, because if you come and look at the monitor, you will see what you're doing, and the moment you see that, you're going to go conscious. So if you become conscious, everything of what's happening now is not going to come out. So just don't go see the monitor. And actually, it was a very big surprise for me. I believed in them. That's the part, right? They know what they're doing. It's their script. They wrote the character, and I should be in a state where I purely believe them. So I actually was I actually purely believe them, and the best part is 26th of January, Thankam release was the day I actually saw my performance. Till then, I didn't know what I actually did. I know that I performed the dialogues, but I haven't seen even a single shot of how I'm going to be on the screen. It was actually an excitement. So it was with the audience where I actually saw my first appearance.
Even though they might be shooting that part during while you are around, you might know how things are going to get edited and how the reactions as in the emotions are getting, so how was that, especially while you are a filmmaker to be, so how do you think that it worked out as in the way the sequencing and the RR
That was actually a very nice experience. And as I told, everyone are awesome performers over there. So there was just one thing running in my mind. Everyone are performers. So to give something equal, you have to be in a state. So I just closed my eyes, sat back, just got this into my mind. What thing was running in my mind is like, don't panic, don't mess this up. They made me feel in a way that I'm actually doing a very good job. So that's how they made me feel. So I didn't have that doubt in me. So that's how it.
You had many of the learnings and then you have decided about, so just wanted to know what genre is the film about, as in is it is if it's a romantic one, investigation, what's the genre of your film?
Now that's going to be a big reveal now. So it's actually a completely different genre. It's going to be a horror-based crime thriller. So it's going to be a misleading story by the first half feels like a horror movie, but it's actually not a horror movie, but a crime scene. And it's just done by one person, and that is going as a sequel. So there's a lot of things and elements involved with that. So which will come maybe in a year or two. You guys will get to know about that. So I don't want to give much insights on that. So because it will be a very big spoiler. So that's a few things that I have in mind. Maybe the next conversation when we have, I can actually, when things are actually starting to work out, in that time I can, give you some hints here and there on how things will work out. But one thing I can give you a guarantee: this film that I'm going to take will definitely be something that you haven't seen before, and something you haven't experienced. The visuals and the way I take the film, and the way the characters move, and the way things connect. Everything is going to be a visual treat, and it's going to be a very different experience. And the first 20 minutes, it's going to be one of the most hardcore horror movies that you've ever seen. So I can give you that guarantee. Like, I'm not going to inflict any kind of comedy into it, or any kind of things into it. I'm telling you open, this is going to be the darkest story that has ever come out in Indian cinemas. I can be so confident. I can be so confident because I know what's coming up. So I am here giving that word. So this is going to be the best, and something which you haven't seen before. So that's what I'm actually going to do, and that's coming very soon.
Great. In fact, I'm really thrilled to listen to this because the kind of confidence that you have, and the kind of clarity that you have about the film, really thrilling to listen to this, and of course, waiting to see what's coming up. So, while we're talking about acting part, you might have got some offers, by now, looking at this, the character that you have performed.
Yeah, actually, I am getting opportunities here in Malayalam and Tamil as well. So right now in talks, but I'm just sitting and deciding what to do next. So since I'm already working on my script right now, so I'm just taking time to finish off my script first. So once I'm done with that, then I'll just you know go and see what is working, because as I said, I'm more of a director than an actor. So I just want to start making films. Acting films, I'm definitely not going to be like in a state where I'm going to say like that, okay, I'm not going to appear in films. It's not going to be like that. Any day I'll be working in films, but my concentration will be more on the directorial side and the writing side. So that's where I'm focusing myself right now. But definitely, as I said, I'm still taking up the opportunities that I'm getting. So I'm still going to be seen on screen soon. But yeah, I'm taking time for the directorial part as well.
Nice. I think definitely we'll catch up, especially when you are making the film. I might probably land up on your sets because I am quite thrilled to to see what's new. By the way, how old are you?
Okay, now that's going to be a shock for everyone.
நீதானா என்னுள்ளே வீழ்வது தீரா தூறல்களாய், நீதானோ என்னுள்ளே மூழ்வது தூங்காத தீப்பூக்களாய்.